Welcome back to the 10 Point Podcast. Today we have a few special guests. We have Beatham as normal, and we have Columbia. You okay, boys?
It's happening, all right?
Yeah, as normal, this episode is sponsored by the Football Kit Factory. So, where did you start? Like, where did you meet them, boys?
We went to school, lad. We all went to school together originally. Me, the boy, all of us went to school, lad. We met in school. Yeah, man, in school, really.
Yeah, fucking you joined our school about what, year 8 or something?
Yeah, and the year 8, lad, yeah.
Yeah. Me and Sheffield played footy for years before that, though, like when we was kids, you know what I mean? And just like, as you do, you just slip apart and that. And then he ended up joining our school in like year 8, and now you're just best mates again from that. And then weren't even like, and then obviously we started hanging on with our firm and that. And we were just doing what you do, lad, just go to the park for the weekend and all that, you know what I mean? Just having a laugh, and then we didn't really get into like the music or not until
later on, weren't it?
2 years or something like that ago. So it was all like footy, fucking going out and all that when we first met. Like.
Yeah. School, and then we went on to fucking the park and then footy and that.
How did like the music come about then?
Yeah.
We just went on a ride. We just went on a drive, and we was just speaking about our life and what to do with our life, like what we want to do and shit like that. And talking about the 9 to 5 and obviously the struggle and that, what it's like. Just thinking I couldn't do that for the rest of my life, so we were just on a drive along the waterfront, and one day we were just like, why don't we fucking get in a band? One of my mates just said, why don't we get in a band? And that was it really. Ever since that, we were just thought, fuck it, may as well have a go. Gave it a go, and then
there's nothing decent out there.
Nah, there's no one. There was no one out there, was there?
We just got banged into the Oasis and that, hadn't we? And like fucking, there was only one or two of us who really like band music and that. And then we started. Obviously, you just start listening to it. Like, must have been listening to it, Nail and all that, all like the band stuff and that for a bit. And then that's when we were just like, we should just do it. And it wasn't like a decision, like a good decision. It was more like a fucking, you like sort of where you're like, nah, you wouldn't be keen, you wouldn't do it. And I was like, yeah, I will do. Let's do it then. And like, you know what I mean? Sort of just jumped into it.
Because we seen there was an opportunity as well, though. We were just like, we don't really see anyone at the minute taking the game by storm, you know what I mean? So we just thought it's there for the taking.
How old are you, Danny? You said you only started 2 years ago.
26 I am.
Yeah, I'm 26 myself.
All the boys are 26, 27. But yeah, we started about 3 years ago. We didn't know an instrument. None of us knew an instrument. Like we said, we weren't into band music. We just thought, come on, let's do it.
So the first year was just finding
obviously the instruments and that, and then we started getting a bit of a knack for it, and the gigs started getting a bit better, and then more people started connecting with our music, and then obviously the last 2 singles have been the standout ones for us. Since then we've kicked on, and obviously getting the EP down in the next couple of months is going to be
When's
heavy.
that supposed to be coming out?
We seem to get a little following going and that.
Yeah.
When's that EP supposed to be coming out, boys?
We were aiming for September, but we've only just been able to get back into our recording studio with like
Jose,
producers and stuff, not that Jose. And we've only just been able to get back in there, and because like obviously we're the same as every other band, we've been desperate to get back in. So he's fully booked and that, you know what I mean. So we've had to wait. Like it's basically when we can get into the studio and get it down. Like it's a matter.
We're just looking on releasing it. We'll be getting it out there as soon as, just due to obviously all this.
We were aiming for September, but I reckon it'll be a bit later on because we need a little month and a half or something like that.
Definitely the end of this year, like.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. How long after you first started playing was your first gig?
Well, listen,
about a year.
We should never have been doing gigs, to be fucking totally honest, bro.
Yeah,
like,
we
skipped. We were lucky enough to just get involved, sell our first ever gig out with about 200 people, because obviously our mates had come down and that, and then that just gave us the incentive then to be like, well, you know what, there's something there that we can work on. Let's just go and go and go for it, you know what I mean? First gig after was after we started playing, John, I reckon about 8 months or something like that. Something like that.
Fucking yeah, lad, it was dead close. It was in 20, when was
And
it?
put it this way, we got a drummer in like the May.
Yeah.
Literally, who couldn't play either.
Yeah, so fucking hell.
Who couldn't play either, our mate Jimmy, who was mate. So and then like 3 months later, we just went and done a gig. And then we just had a fucking everything.
Well, to be fair, if we listen back to the audio and all of it now, lad, it makes you cringe.
Yeah,
but like,
a
at the
pony,
time, like,
you know
we
what I
loved
mean?
it and everyone was having it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like fucking most of the people in the crowd were the same as us. You weren't really into band stuff and that. It was all more like the DJ and shit and that, you know what I mean? What everyone does through. So they couldn't fucking they never had a clue whether you were making a mistake or not. You were just there having a good time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it sort of turned our gigs into, rather than just turning up and like doing a random gig, we started turning them into sort of like events. You know what I mean? Because they were like once every now and again. And then we just we knew at the time that we needed to get like better music. The music was good. It was more like it was good tunes, and like we're gonna release some of them as well, some of the art stuff and that. But we just needed to we got all our party years out of the way and just knuckle down the last 2 years, last 18, you know what I mean? 18 months. We were just like, this is it now, because we got our own studio and we were just there back there every weekend, every night and that, you know what I mean? Just on one in there. So to be able to like just craft, like we just call that a day after a bit, it still happens and that, but we're just more serious about the music now. When we realised they could go somewhere, we were like, let's get our act together and that. So we released our first tune when was it? That Back the Gaffers last August or something, wasn't it?
I think so.
It hasn't even been a year, to be honest with you, since our first tune, so being overwhelmed with the support and that we've had by, we were getting loads of gigs and that offered to us, you know, just off that Twitter and all that. It's blew up for us, like this little lockdown. We sort of made the best out of it, and then we just can't wait to get back gigging and that.
What's like,
where was your first gig?
In the Zanzibar.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Zanzibar.
Yeah, man, we absolutely rammed it. You couldn't even get to the bar. It was fucking sick.
Class,
lad. It was heavy.
Swear, remember me half like, oh, you can't even get to the fucking concert at the bar and that.
It was heavy, you know, lad.
Yeah, it was sick, lad.
What's like the idea behind, like, you just said, like, Back the Gaff? Obviously, I think we know the idea behind that, but like, the other ones, living a lie, like, what's the idea behind that, or the inspiration?
It's one of them, and it's just, there's like, everyone can sort of adapt to it, but mainly like there was just loads of people, like just loads of bands and people out there who were just like, yeah, you know what I mean, just doing living a certain way, like, but they just don't really want to, or just bands making music that they probably don't really want to, just getting told what to do, and then there's no true grit,
no identity,
there's no, like, no more. There's no meaning in that. Well, not that I can see anyway. They got these bands out there who aren't, I don't know, like, they just don't, it doesn't feel like they want it enough,
like,
you know what I mean? And like, there's no like rock and roll in it, no true grit. No, so we was like, you know what, that's where we can just come in and just slot
that's
in.
That's one
there
of them
just,
for
like,
all them. They can just shove it right up their arse, you know what I mean? That's basically what it's about.
Yeah. But there is sort of a piece that anyone can look at it and sort of listen to it. They already know someone who's doing this. It's just the way, you know what I mean? Everyone knows a little faker or a little poser or a little list.
So however people connect to you, that's how they entertain it. It's good. Whatever. If you can connect with someone in a way in your tune, then that's all that fucking matters. That's what music's about for me. Like,
yeah, that's it. Getting on the stage and with like some of these bands as well, jumping on stage wearing all gimmicks and that big leather jackets and suits and shit.
Still see big outs, lad.
Lad, you just put what you want and get out there. Lad, you know what I mean? Stop acting like a gimmick, lad. Just do it properly.
Big naughty fucking sand slappers and that. Heavy webs and that, you know what I mean? Really though. Bang on.
Lad, and then you get off stage and just get off, lad. Don't even have a belly on. Just like, come on, that's not rock and roll, lad. You know?
Sausage rolls, lad.
Lad, there's bands, obviously, there's bands out there who are killing it and shit like that. So it just, I don't know, it applies to everyone knows a little someone who's living a life, you know what I mean?
Who writes the songs? Is it a joint effort or is it like just one person sort of comes back?
Nah, my man Johnny's a wizard.
Yeah, they do like the lyrics and the melodies and shit, but we've got like the song, we've got like Homer and Sweet, they'll do like the guitars, just play me a few chords, and I'll just add a little lyric or a melody, whatever comes first, and just get it down and that. Like, obviously, the guitar is sweet, there's the solos and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it is a team. If it's not just
to be
one
fair,
person
there
doing
used to be a
everything,
bit of fucking in the studio. There used to be a bit. We used to try and get involved, but then obviously John was just writing fucking banger after banger. So we just thought, you know what, I'd leave him to it. Man's a genius, isn't he? So it is what it is.
Talking of sorry.
What would you say the best song you've released so far is? Like, what's your
I
favourite?
say This Life, but not unless for me is growing now. This Life is a rammer.
It's a banger. This Life's got everything, lad. It's got that fucking. It's even got like a commercial element about it. You can imagine it on the radio and that. You know, it's not just situated to one thing.
For me, This Life just is one of them tunes you can just put on, lad, and you just it can just change your mood.
The feel good
you can
emotional
just
one,
change
innit?
your
You know what I
mood,
mean?
lad.
You can't go wrong with them. The other one's sort of a bit of a like, I don't know, well, you can listen to it and you can feel like happy and emotional, or you can listen to it and you can think about something that's happened.
I'm probably This Life probably my favourite, but I'm more proud of Not Unless for me, just for the fact that like what it's done, like what other people have like realised now that we've got it in our tank to do the slowies and we've got it to rip the fucking roof off a gaff, you know what I mean?
That Not Unless me, that weren't that, like, we wouldn't have considered that as a single release. It was only that this lockdown happened, and then we got a little buzz on the Twitter, so it was like, listen, we're gonna have to put something out here, because we can't just put nothing out, you know what I mean, and have people listening for like this lockdown. We have 4 months, it would have been out of the scene by then, off people's minds and that, you know what I mean. So it was like, we're gonna have to do something if we can't get the EP done. Luckily, we just had that done before the lockdown as part of the EP. And obviously, but we couldn't release the EP, and we don't know when. Like, it's going to be at some point towards the end of the year. But so luckily, we had that there, and we were just like, I don't know whether it's going to be, it's right to release as a single. So we didn't consider it as a strong track.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Just like, it's one of them. It's the only thing we've got. We're going to have to just get it out there. And to be honest with you, it's had like. It's had better than what before, you know what I mean? It was on that BBC and all that, BBC
introduction,
what's it called? BBC introduction and that, done well for us, you know what I mean? And we've had quite a few streams on it, had loads of people loving it. Just those and like what we can do, like we can do them rock and roll bangers and we can do them anthem ones.
So would you,
the shows a variety, like.
Would you say like lockdown's been good for you, like in terms of creating music?
Yeah. I know that probably sounds horrible to some people as well. We've had a rough lockdown, but to us, like, we've half capitalised on it. You know what I mean? We made good use of it. We've done a few of them covers as well, where like, you know what I mean, them lockdown covers they were getting called, and then like, one of them got like 30,000 views on Twitter. So like, just stuff like that where you just when like, we wouldn't have been able to do if there weren't a lockdown, you know what I mean? So in a way we've come good out of it. Like, we done this little competition. I don't know whether you was on it anyway. There was like this little
Battle of the Bands thing.
Battle of the Bands thing, and then we went head to head with that in a quarterfinals against that the Beathams. And lad, and we smoked it, do you know what I mean? We done well, lad. But obviously they're a great band and that, like, and we were before we were going right out, you know what I mean? And then we just held in there and just ended up winning it, to be honest with you, by a decent margin as well. Obviously, no disrespect to them or nothing like that.
That was the exposure we needed, though, like a bit of exposure.
That was when people were on us, you know what I mean?
So what do you mean by, like, you just beat them? Like, was it like a poll type thing?
It was just like a vote thing,
poll for everyone to vote, lad, and like we got through. Like, basically, all these bands were like, loads of them had major followers. Some of them were verified, this, that, the other. You know what I mean? And we got put in them, and we got quite a few rounds. And basically, they just put you against this band with a YouTube link to your tune and their tune. And like, people just listen to it and vote who do you think the best band, or who do you think the best track, and that. And we just kept on doing people, you know what I mean?
And then we got Webster, man, and Webster smoked us with his
Webster knocked
44,000
half made up at the gym, like, you know what I mean? But Beatham, that was when we beat them. Like, people voted for them, and at first they were like 50% to like. Oh no, it was like they was smoking us, weren't like 80-20 or something, and then we just come back out of nowhere and just
round the bend, shout out to round the bend, lad.
Round the bend, shout out to
round the bend on Twitter, lad. He's a fucking Mickey.
Lad, and then we just got the fucking, that was it. We done it, but we couldn't believe it, and we were just all on one after it, just all
laughing and that way. It was funny. Sick one, that. But that was a bit of exposure that we needed. That Battle of the Bands, shout out to fucking Sam Shiner and that for doing that as well. That was a decent little way of getting like other people onto new up and coming bands.
Yeah, that's why good that beating them because they've got like 25,000 followers or whatever.
Yeah, they just signed a big
Four
they just
album
signed
deal, haven't they, or something?
a major label, haven't they? So that fucking Ireland Records or whatever. So they're like at the top there as up and coming bands can go, lad. They're at the top.
Yeah,
lad, you know what I mean?
they've killed it. Like, to be fair, to be honest, lad, I like them, lad. I like the tune. I think they're good. I don't think they're the same style as us, really, lad.
Nah, they're not, lad. It's just different.
But like, they've definitely got like the indie vibe, down to a T, like, haven't they?
So have you got a manager and stuff, or?
Nah, man.
Nah, everything we do is just on our own.
We did have a manager, but relationships just got tired.
Yeah.
It was when we first, to be honest with you, it was when we first had, like, we didn't know what a manager was to do to you, because as I said, we didn't jump on this band thing or even getting guitars or nothing like that, so we were brand new to it.
And the industry in a whole, lad, innit? And the industry in a whole, we were fucking brand spankers.
Yeah, and then obviously once we started getting a bit of our wits about us and that, then we were like, some of the things that were getting suggested to us, you were just like, nah, it's not us in that, you know what I mean? It's not like they weren't really beneficial and stuff like that. So we just went our separate ways, and then that's when we were just like, when we realised you can just put a tune out there and just promote it and get it out there on that Spotify, and we realised you can do all that without a manager. Then we were just like,
it's just the gigs. It's just the gigs that it's not necessarily hard, but I think obviously it helps having a manager to get your fucking gigs. But it is what it is. Like, people are getting on us now on Twitter asking us to do gigs and that, so it's decent.
You just do like any gigs then, or do you like sort of pick and choose which ones, like considering who you're supporting and that type of thing?
Yeah, well, not necessarily.
No, we do now at the start. Yeah, at the start we were doing anything really to go see, because you just got to take anything that comes. But now it's like you know, you sort of know your worth in a way. You know what I mean? Like, you won't go and do, like, I think we got offered to go and do this this thing the other day where it was going to be like sort of a day do, you know what I mean, with friends and family, like one of them sort of like family day out things, and that's not us, you know what I mean? That's not, we couldn't play hard the tunes that we played. We've got some rock and roll bangers, we can't be doing that while as kids we're pram, you know what I mean? So it's just so you sort of know what's good for you and what it's basically trying to pick the best one that's going to be beneficial for you.
And who's going to get the right crowd, and that you want the right vibe, don't you, in the gig? Don't want to be blowing prams over, lad, do you? 3-well on the fucking Sunday. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it, lad. So
I want to see the kids there.
What type of bands have you supported then?
We supported quite a few decent bands.
Twisted Wheel. Twisted Wheel.
Twisted Wheel.
We got on Shine on the Fezzy early on, because the fella seen us after our first ever gig with a Columbia flag, standing on tables and that. Came over to us and was like, "Hey, what are you?" And we were like, "We're a band, us, lad." And he was like, "You look like a gang," you know what I mean? And we were like, "Yeah, you know that." And he was like, and then we just got a message on Facebook saying, "Listen, mate, we seen you in that the Raz it was, lad, all on the tables and that." And he was like, "Listen, to be fair, lad, we were speaking to one of your mates. I'd run that Shine on weekend and got us on there, so that was probably up there. Gave proper boxes for the weekend."
We done there after about 11 months. We done the O2 Academy at the headline. We supported that Red Drum Club, and like, so that was about the gig after, like, we had not been doing it long, and then we was on the main stage, and it was shocking. They were loving it, you know what I mean? We walked off stage and he was still like humming one of our tunes back to us, and that it was about it, like.
What do you say the best gig you've done so far is?
Oh, lad, there's a few belts.
We done a gig there. We done a gig where was it? That Invisible Wind Factory, for a band called
Sherlock's.
The Sherlock. Yeah. And they're big, like, and we done that, so into like that was a good gig for us. That was
Webster was on after us. Webster was supporting them as well. The Sherlocks, I don't know. Do you know them? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, done that. So in terms of biggest, like, that's probably it. But like the best ones are like the small intimate, like when the room's crowded with like 150 people there, and that, just like
everyone, you know what I mean? You just want to kick them with a little intimate one, you know what I mean? Where the fucking people just bouncing. nothing better. Like we done
Yeah,
a
you did the
decent
best
gig in
gigs, like.
Glasgow as well. Glasgow was heavy,
Oh, yeah, that was
and then
heavy, that.
we done one in Manny that night and day, and it was absolutely bouncing, lad. It was heavy, you know.
How many people did we say? You took an 80 or 70 seater coach,
rowdy as fuck.
all the way up there. This was all before we had the tune out as well.
I know,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
I know.
So we had like, that's how we got our like a decent little following, because by the time we put a tune out, people were on us anticipating it, you know what I mean?
But just cover a lot of songs now or at the start?
Nah, not really. We've never really covered the tune. We've only ever covered the tune for that lockdown thing, because it was like covers. To be honest, like, there couldn't really be asked playing someone else's tune.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Never play our own, but that was just obviously something little fun to do over lockdown. So it was decent.
We've got enough tunes as well here to fill a set. Like, I mean, there might be people out there who do covers, and I just don't really see if you're gonna do it, like, you do your own tunes. You know what I mean? Because everyone does covers, sort of thing. It is nice to have a little cover every now and again. It could be something that we get in our sets and that, but at the minute the set is just going off. You know what I mean? Just our tunes.
What would you say your favourite song to cover was then? What is?
Don't know, we have this conversation all the time. Someone will just put in the chat, someone will be like a little 80s banger or something, and they'll be like, oh,
what's that? What was that question? Sorry.
What's that? What would we like to do?
What
favourite cover it was,
lad? Well, the other day in the chat, lads, we was chatting Years by Alesso. Shit.
And then, lad, with like them funky ones, them funky little old house ones, lad, where you think, lad, you could get that going and that. Don't know, it'd be hard to be honest with you, but we used to do a cover of that petition before we were gigging, and that Eric Clapton's Cocaine, that used to be shit, like. Yeah. We done that.
What would you say, like, what other bands influences the most then? Because you've mentioned like Oasis earlier.
Yeah,
to be fair, no band. I didn't look at a band and think I want to be in a band specifically for them. Obviously, Oasis had a part to play when I started getting into band music, but it was more ourselves that just thought, you know what, we're fucking taking it all.
yeah, that's it. Like, there's most of the bands that we listen to aren't together and that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really see a band out there now who influences me to get in the band. That's half the reason why we got in it, because there's no one currently, in my opinion anyway, who wants you to get up and get out there and think, I want to do that, because it's half, I don't know, there's not really much of it. It seems to be all like the same kind of stuff, getting just recycled over
Obviously,
years,
I just think everyone from the city's always listened to the Beatles and that anyway, so they've always had a part in everyone's life from this city. I think whether it was your ma playing them around the kitchen when she was doing the cooking or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, that was always obviously subconsciously having a musical fucking influence on your life. Obviously, Oasis were relatable because they were from a council estate and that, and LG's a fucking working class hero. So obviously, you've got to respect people like that, and you look up to people like that as well.
Yeah. That's it. They're closely related to us for the reason, really, innit? You know what I mean?
I feel like this city, like, it needs a big band. Not even big, just a good band.
It does, lad.
Yeah. It's just a band who are real, lads. You know what I mean? Not saying no one else is, but like, if you look at every other band, all these bands out there, they've been people, and they've like put a little advertisement, like, we need this we need a guitarist, we need a bass player, we need this bar. We were mates for like 10 plus years before we even decided, so we've got the heart and the spirit there already, you know what I mean? And we can just bounce off each other and just we know what's good and that, and we were like,
we've got the chemistry between us as friends to make the people of the fucking universe connect to our music and feel the realness through it, you know what I mean? That's what it needs, and we will be that band, lads. We will be that band from Liverpool. We're just gonna have to step up and fucking take it, and we can't wait to do it. It's going off after this lockdown, I swear.
Yeah, it's needed, like, you've even since the Beatles, there's no one that's been huge. Manchester's taken over.
That's it. There's no one. You see a little band that comes and floats around for a little, like, year or so, lad, and then that's it.
I reckon the lads would have been heavy if they would have stayed together. To be fair.
Yeah.
Cast as well, but
that's
like,
it, lad, bro.
It's just.
But then again, like, even cast.
Again, it has no stick out stuff.
They weren't don't get me wrong. They probably done fucking tours all around the world, but they weren't like the John Lennons. The fucking, you want to be the fucking best of the best if you're in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why I reckon we've got a chance, like, with I don't reckon there's a band out there like who's on our same wavelength.
No,
you know
there's
what
not.
I mean? Like,
for sure.
Fair enough in terms of like mentally, but like in terms of music, like, you don't. You know what I mean? That I don't.
Yeah, we've got the music to back our
doing
talk
what we
now.
do. You know what I mean? Our music seems like real rock and roll, like modern stuff. You know what I mean? It just seems like when we belt it out, it's got more passion than anyone. You know what I mean? That's what it seems as. So I don't reckon no one can really like music like track for track. I don't reckon there's no one touching us. You know what I mean?
No way, lad.
And especially because, lad, you wait until you hear our tune. Like, we've got them, all our best tunes aren't even released yet, you know what I mean?
Lad, that's not even the tip of the iceberg, lad. They don't even know what's around the corner, lad.
Oh.
Do you know what I quite like about you boys? It's like you get a lot of bands trying to be modest and that, and you just came out there and you just clear this dead confidence in each other and in your music and that. And I think that's just boss, you know what I mean? You need that.
Yeah, fucking right. You need that, lad, to be the best. You need that, lad. Of course you do. No one's got the bollocks to stand there and say they'll be the best, lad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have to, though. They're all fucking yes men, lad. All of them.
No, I agree.
I'm not on the slate. I'm just saying we've got the belief behind us to be better than them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. Like, there's no disrespect to any band. Like, anyone who knows us, like, we're a great group of lads, and we get on with anyone, lad. But like, it's mad because you walk into some like backstage and that, lad, and then there's these bands in the head to toe and the fucking leather with the gel there and all that. And like, we're not being horrible to them or nothing, like, but you're just like, you know, you get the sense of like you feel
we're hated, lad.
Like, yeah, you know what I mean. They just get up and walk out.
But the thing is, lad, if they chilled with us, lad, they'd have a fucking scream. Do you know what I mean? But lad, they just don't want to know. So it is what it is.
That's what I mean. So it feels like they don't want it enough, lad, to stand there and be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so that's we just got to take it, haven't we? Just grab it, lad. No one else is going to get it for us. You've got to go and get it ourselves.
As you know what you mean about the clothes and that. Like, if you're from Liverpool, dress like a Scouser.
Lad, you can't. No kid on the streets of
gimmicky,
Liverpool who's wore fucking trackies all their life can relate to a kid with a guitar. Because if you had a guitar in school, lad, it was half sussy.
Yeah, it was, really.
Do you know what I mean? To have a guitar in school,
lad. In our school, anyway, lad, you get
in any school in Liverpool, I think, lad, or
you'd be a gimp for it, isn't it? I mean, like, we just used to play, like, as I said, you've got two types of people, haven't you? The ones who would do, and no disrespect to them and that, like, but I just feel like when you've been through, like, sort of the, you know, you just grow up being like, let's say, scally for the reason, you know what I mean? If you sort of grow up like that, you don't relate to anything. That's someone who used to spend the weekends writing guitars and smoking rollies and that, you know what I mean? It's like two different people, you know what I mean? So that's why I feel our music's more real in that sense, lad. It sort of comes from the heart and that, you know what I mean?
Just real, lad, innit? Just fucking real music, lad, ripped by best mates, lad. So what the fuck is there not to like? Because we've got the music now to back ourselves up with it. We've got the talk and the attitude. We've got the music now, so there's no stopping us now.
Yeah.
You got any idea when you'll be back?
Except for this lockdown.
In terms of gigs, no?
October we're meant to be having a gig, but that's hush hush. I think it's meant to be in Manny for a charity thing, but you'll probably hear about that in the next couple of days on Twitter.
We want to do a hometown gig, but we don't want to say like, oh, we'll do a gig in September, October, and then it comes to it, and you've got to fucking let everyone down with all this stuff in it, and you know what I mean? Because you don't know what's what at the minute.
You want it to be a proper one, don't you?
You can't. Yeah, hopefully we can put something in place and it'll go off. Well, at the minute, you don't really want to, but do like a hometown gig, and then and when it, as I said, when it comes to it, like everyone said, you can't fucking get more than 100 people in a gaff and all that. You know what I mean? You want to do it properly when there's no stress and no worries and just like
blow it off.
But we'll just see. But the thing, anything could happen. We could think, you know what? I reckon if we could even put a gig on now and like for October or something like that, and I reckon it'd do well. You know what I mean?
Not any gig that we do back will do well because.
Yeah, our first gig back, proper gig back, when we just do it as a headline, and then like we've got time to advertise it, and that's when that'll be heavy. That we're just looking at like what venues we can do now, stuff like that. But our first gig back, like usually be coming, won't you?
Definitely.
Fucking right, boys.
Yeah, top lads.
I want to see you in the mixer as well.
What would you say your favourite city outside of Liverpool is to play?
Glasgow.
Yeah.
Glasgow, yeah.
Yeah. Defo.
Glasgow,
man. The jocks are sick. They're just nuts, aren't they? They're like Scousers, lad. So they're sick, you know what I mean? To be fair, we haven't done a gig in a few cities, so it'd be nice to get about. I reckon the Geordies would be half happy to go and do a gig too as well. But yeah, you won't catch us playing a gig in fucking Kensington or Chelsea, like.
So to be fair, we played a few gigs in London. It was alright as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not Camden and all that.
Camden's a decent little fucking gaff, innit? It's built a little gaff.
Yeah, it is like.
I just want to get about with the boys and get gig to gig and show people what we're made of, lad. And I just can't wait to do it now. We've been in lockdown now with the shackles on for ages. It feels like just can't wait to get back in there. But we can't even get back in the studio at the minute. Johnny's broke his wrist there, and the drummer's cut his fucking tricep open with a bottle out of the van. You know what I mean? So
yeah, with fucking casualty
FC though.
Yeah. So we're meant to be recording now. We on Sunday, so it's one of them. I'm just gonna we'll just have to get fucking one of the lads to play to put the bass down on it. Yeah. I'm gonna have to. I'll have a little go, lad. But I've literally snapped me this about 2 days ago playing footy. It's in a cast and that, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. But we're desperate to get something down, so it's one of them, you know what I mean?
How's you record a new tune on ours?
Yeah, on Sunday, lad. Yeah,
heavy new tune.
It's a belter tune, you know. It's a belter. You probably see it, lad. We'll have little we'll have like we'll have some Instagram stories and all that stories up on you know, when we're in the studio. I'll just give it a little listen. It's about it.
Yeah, it's definitely will. Like, so what would you say, like in 3 years' time, success is going to be for you?
On tour with the boys, lad. On tour with the boys. We're just floating city to city. Hopefully, fucking European city to city. And going and showing the world what we're about and what we're capable of, lad, and giving Liverpool something to fucking be proud of.
That's it. We need back and we're like, I reckon in 3 years' time, we want to be doing places like, you know, like selling out to academies and around the UK and stuff like that, and doing all support gigs for like belter people all over Europe.
Headline gigs, lad. We'll be headline gigs in 2 years, lad. In O2s, hopefully arenas, lad.
But even supporting, just don't supporting, like, because you see bands who support people like Jerry Cinnamon and stuff like that who are doing these arena tours and that's good enough, lad.
But the Jag, though, lad, the Jag bands, lad. You know what I mean? Half of them are Jag bands, man. Do you know what I mean? That we should be there, but we know what our time will come.
Now we'll have it come, you know.
Just annoying, isn't it?
Everyone jumps on that Jerry Cinnamon now, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, lad, all the fucking students now will be like that, won't they? You know what I mean? But around the country, fucking. Yeah, he's mainstream now. He's sick, Jerry, though, because he's done it all without a manager and everything, didn't he?
He's done it. Like, he sort of created a domino effect for people to get back into that kind of music too, lad, you know what I mean? But it's good for us, lad, to see like people like that. It gives us inspiration, knowing that people are just loving going out there wearing a little bucket hat and getting a little flare out and just, you know what I mean, just having it when you go and see him. So that's the type of crowd that we want to be in front of. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So,
have you got any more questions than Beatham for the boys?
What would you say your dream gig would be?
Headline in Glasgow.
Headline, defo. 1,000,000%.
Yeah. Heaviest gaff
in the world, lads. Heaviest gaff in the world.
So we normally finish on asking people like, what's your favourite pint, boys, or even just anything?
Pint of Peroni, lad.
Yeah, Peroni, lad. Little Peroni. Little bit of Moretti goes off. Sam Mig always goes off a little starter, but then when the night goes on...
He's a pisshead.
Yeah, man. And then when the night goes on, the JD and the Southern Comfort comes out to play, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's it, lad.
Yeah, a few bands like Guinness, you know.
Oh, of course we did.
Of course we did, lad. Of course we fucking
Guinness, lad, are you mad?
Flicker boots and leather kicks and that too.
Fucking go to Boozer and get a pint of iron, lad, are you mad? Lad, like that, lad, come on. Fucking pint of Guinness, lad.
Like drinking gravy.
Jag, that.
Nah, but each to their own, I suppose, innit? But a little pint of Peroni does it.
Yeah, it's not a half like cash me at the back, speaking Peroni. Boddingtons. Fucking big dirty pint of Boddingtons next time in the boozer.
Yeah, so that was Colombia. So nice one for that, boys.
Yeah, nice one.
Yeah, no worries. Nice one for that.
Go on, lad. Nice one, boys. Right.
Go on, see you in a bit.
Go on, lad. See you in a bit. Have a good one.
Easy. To that.